This is the reason you should believe in God.
I'm sitting with a man who's important to me, who is bearing this burden of death. And by the way, he bore it well. It was amazing to me that I could go and sit with him and he would talk to me and take time to spend with me, even in the midst of this terrible process that he was going through. He couldn't sit still, you know, and because he was in so much pain. This daggone cancer's rough, man. You know, he had these same questions that I'm thinking, like, why does this have to happen? Again, Mr. Don had a strong faith in the message of what we call the gospel, but he didn't know all the other stuff because he couldn't read.
Right.
So I would read a scripture to him, and then he would say, read another one, read another one. It was the wildest thing, dude. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like it before. I was reading these words off of the page, not even explaining them to him. I was just reading him these scriptures, and they were manifesting like power in him. Like you could see, you witnessed a change in his expression and his attitude. It was like these words I'm reading are manifesting power and hope and like literal energy. I would come over and read the scriptures to him, and he would been in bed for the last 4 days, wouldn't get up for anybody. I'd read the scriptures to him, and then next thing you know, we'd be out on the porch. Like he'd get out of bed and we'd go walk out on the porch. I'd have to help him walk, right? And his wife kept saying, you're the best thing for him right now. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's not my presence. For somehow I'm reading him from these scriptures, and it's like manifesting some sort of power and hope in him. I would read these complex scriptures to him, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 2 Corinthians chapter 5. And he would it would make sense to him in his mind more than my mind could comprehend the truth of what I was reading. This veil between this realm and the next realm was getting thin, and he was taking in the truth of this word and processing it logically at a level that I can't process it because this veil for us is still so thin. Crazy things happened. Like we had a camera in the room with him. We could watch what he was doing, and when I would walk out of the room, you give it a few minutes and you would see him start to look above him, and he would be reaching like this, and like we didn't know what he was doing. Toward the end there, he had a stroke. His whole left side of his body was paralyzed, and so he was just, he couldn't sit up or do anything. And then finally, at the very end, when he passed away, he literally sits up erect out of his hospital bed, reaches both of his hands straight up like this, and then lays back down and departs the tent.